Hello, this is Chertsey Lover. Today we're in Ashford, Surrey. This place is next to Feltham and Staines. It's quite a nice place. It's like if West London was a town. Like it's quite a nice place. I like it. I don't like talking to people about it because they always want to mention stabbings, but like I like this place. But look, ignore this as well. I don't know why it's saying Shepperton. Because like if you click here, it shows Ashford. Ashford is TW15, Shepperton's TW17, two whole postcodes away. Like they're not really next to each other. Kind of. It's like there's grass in the outskirts of Shepperton that borders Ashford. Like it doesn't count. I don't know why it's doing that. Look again. Why is it saying Shepperton? Nobody knows. But yeah, I like this place. I think it's quite chill. There's a lot of culture here. It's kind of just like West London in a town. I don't know if I already said that. But today, what I'm going to be discussing, and I really hope I can do this well. I thought of it just now, so it's allowed. Being real, and why I don't like being real, or maybe I'm not sure the right way to say this, but I don't like people who want to be real. They really like. I don't know. I can't think of exact stories for this, but I have this idea in my head that I don't like being around weird people because it starts with them just messing around. I find it funny, so I entertain it, and then before long they're trying to admit the worst thing they've ever done. And I'm just like, what the hell? What? I've just met you. Okay, can you at least like hold on until we've like built a bond? So I like instead of just like, you want me to hate you? Jesus Christ! And I find that a lot of people who want to be real, like that's all they want. They want to like admit to all of these faults about themselves, and I just don't like it. I want to admit to the good things about myself. I want to talk about what I'm proud of about myself. I don't want to have to be all the time going, oh, I'm insecure about this thing, I'm insecure about that thing. I'm trying to move past these things. I'm trying to get away from these things, if anything. And this isn't just like, oh, I'm running away from my problems. But I don't really want my problems to be the forefront. Like, why is it with people saying the person that you are deep down is the worst, the most cowardly, insecure, ashamed part of yourself? I just don't get that. I just don't think it's right. And I feel like whenever I get into these groups, it happened recently. In fact, it just feels like it just feels wrong to set any boundaries. Like it just becomes really awkward and uncomfortable to do this. I joined this public speaking group. I don't know if I'll go back. I think if I'm in London and it's on the same day, then I will. If I can't find anything else, obviously I've got to pay, but that's fine. Because it was still good, but I didn't like that the setting of this was that we had to be real and vulnerable. I was just there because I want to practice talking, and like we got into this circle at some point, and I asked people if they can move up because like everyone just crowded on one side, so I was kind of getting squished between people. I don't like being too close to people. I think that's my personal preference. I feel like that's me being me. I don't like being too close to people, and I don't feel like I'm comfortable not being comfortable around people. And I feel like I managed to offend two girls. Like one of them kind of acted weird, but you can ignore it because sometimes we react weird in the moment. But they all moved up, and then later on, like the guy said, instead of going back to your seats, everyone sits somewhere different. And I like that stuff. I like being made to interact with different people. When I spoke to a guy at the back who I wasn't speaking to before, and he was nice. He kind of has a similar thing to me, where like struggles speaking to people. Like everything's kind of stuttered. He's probably thinking about it too much. We're trying to get the right way of saying it, and I made sure like not to give any acknowledgement of it because I don't know what people want, but I know for me I don't like when people try and make a thing out of that. Anyway, so one of the girls, I guess lady, she's older. She says, oh, can I sit between you guys? I'm like, yeah, sure. She goes, oh, you're not going to mind me going too close. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know for real, because obviously I can be reading into it too much, and maybe she was just trying to be nice. But the impression I got was that I offended her by saying that. And I feel like this kind of always happens in these groups where people want to be really close and they want to be like vulnerable. And I don't know, it's like some like there's this thing, it doesn't seem to be super accepted, but like if you go in these groups with like these really macho kind of sexist dudes, they always do end up kind of taking no for an answer, Like they'll be very forward with their intentions, but once there's a no, there's a no. And then you get the weird liberal guys where they'll just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to like they'll try and make it hard for someone to say no so that they can say they didn't say no. And they'll get really weird about it. And so yeah, I have a lot of distrust because of that stuff. Oh, I got to Feltham Station that quick. Oh, it's gonna make me go around. And I think like I don't know. I think for me, being the real me is in fact a very thought about thing. A very like who is this person I want the real me to be? Because I think that deep down there isn't a real you. Like what? You just got a bunch of thoughts bouncing around your heads. Some of them you say aren't you, some of them you say are you, and then maybe one day you'll change your mind and switch them around. So like, obviously, I'm not gonna say like I don't identify with some thoughts more than others, but I don't think that deep that truly, whatever the word is for truth with a capital T, that is actually me. It's just the things I'm choosing. So I do think that being the real me is a thing that I have to decide. I have to decide which things I want to be true to, which things I want to try and push away, be less of. You know, you probably never completely get there, but presumably, if you do well enough at it, it's not an issue. You get happy with yourself, and I mean, I think like this is part of life. You're meant to be improving yourself. You're meant to be even if you get old, or you get to where you want to be. You're doing less of it. You find something smaller as just like a passing the time thing. I mean, even hobbies. You want to get better at your drawing or whatever you're doing, because it's fun. You know, you think of what's the next thing I want to do. And I think that is like part of me being real is acting. Is what way do I think will be fun to be like today? What way do I wanna see myself? What way do I want other people to think of me? And I think these things are part of who you are. I don't believe in this deep down that honestly I think a lot of the people who believe this, and I'm not gonna say everyone, but I do see a lot of people who believe this stuff that are just kind of douchebags, and they want to believe in this deep down inside as an excuse to avoid responsibility for their shitty behaviour. Oh man, now I've really gone. I don't know. I find that weird because I feel like that's quite a liberal. I don't know. I don't want to go into politics. Well, I'll just say this: like I don't like admitting to having mental illnesses, not because I don't think there's anything wrong with me. Like I got some stuff to fix in my head and be more adapted to like life and existing. But I don't like to admit to it because it feels like I'm agreeing to a side. Like I don't think admitting to a mental illness is the solution. I'll go, cool, we got a label for it, like okay, but let's go focus on the issue. Let's go focus on what things worry me or what things I'm stressed about, what can I do about them, rather than going, here is the label. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be on meds. That's my personal choice. There's multiple ways to fix your problems, and I'd rather have less substances, because I've already had my issues with them. So like it's my personal choice. Anyway, we're going off topic, but I'm getting myself a little bit annoyed because I feel like I haven't explained. I hate that I keep pausing mid sentence. I need to be able to get more words out in one go. But I don't feel like I've explained properly this thing about just building the character. Like I think that it's very important to think about how you see yourself, how other people see you, and I think that like I don't know. I mean, I kind of think that if you spend time on the internet and you find the types of people who do say whatever they want and they do try and be this real vulnerable, deep down person or whatever, they're just this is you go on 4chan to do that stuff and you see what these people are like, where they don't have to have consequence for anything. Like it's not a good place. Even the people there know it's not a good place, and a lot of the boards, because they know that they're just being losers. And it's not good. Like you want to have reasons to keep yourself, to be part of society and improve yourself and actually be a respectful person. But anyway, sometimes I'm not sure like what is the general opinion of this. Like sometimes I feel like I've just been placed with a bunch of people who always want to do this stuff, and I guess I'm away from them. But sometimes I see it again, and it really bugs me because I think like, is this really what everyone's deciding to do right now? Is everyone like? I don't know, man. Like, I think you can still be individualistic without just saying I want to be the worst version of myself and everyone accept myself. And now I'm gonna stop there. It says it's been 10 minutes. I'm just going in circles now, but I've made my point. I'm sure I'm gonna have to watch this back. I really got to figure out this speaking without pausing every 2 seconds. But anyway, goodbye. Have a great rest of your day.